Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I'm sorry that we're running just a little bit late. I was trying desperately to get on Instagram. It keeps wanting me to do reels instead of live, and I don't want to. This is going to be like way longer than like whatever 90 seconds or whatever the reel would be. So I have not been able to get into it. Hold on just a second. Oh man. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to make Instagram go. I'm trying to over there, but we're going to have to do a do-over. Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Technical difficulties and whatnot aside, it seems like every week we have this. You would never think I had a background in IT.
I am Lur, ruler of the planet Omicron Persei 8. Is this thing on?
So yes, hello, Wig Lovers.
Hi.
I am currently wearing a wig called Danica, and this is in one of the colors that I'm going to be showcasing today. I knew Kathleen would be all about it. She already knows the color name and everything. Yeah, this is the Molten Copper, so spoiler, we're going to be talking a little bit about this. But like always, I kind of want to stall a little bit and allow other people an opportunity to log in. I mean, technical difficulties happen. I always seem to have difficulties whenever I'm starting these live streams. So, you know, I want to make sure that, you know, we give those folks an opportunity to catch on. Maybe they forgot it started at 6. Maybe they have to like feed the kids or something. I don't know.
Or they're behind on the spring ahead fallback thing, that whole daylight savings. Because, I mean, in Britain, I was talking to Mum.
Yeah.
They're doing their spring ahead tomorrow.
Oh.
So, yeah, they've been 4 hours ahead for the last couple of weeks. And now they're going to be 5 hours ahead again, as per usual.
I wish we could all just kind of like stick to a convention.
Wish we could all just get rid of that bloody ridiculous thing.
Okay, honey.
Yeah.
So I think we both need to stay on top of each other to make sure that throughout, because I mean, I do it sometimes too. I want to make sure that during the live stream, we don't leave the banners up for too long, because I don't want them to cut off all of the longer wigs in particular.
Okay.
So one of the things I wanted to do while we stall a little bit is, of course, run the disclaimers, because that's what we're going to do. Yeah. I also sort of wanted to show you that I have some eyeshadow palettes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And in fact, let's see. I think there are probably a lot of makeup companies that are sort of struggling right now because they all seem to be running like really blockbuster sales. Viseart had like 40% off, and I love their palettes. So I picked up their Violet Étendue palette. And that one's really lovely. I'll just kind of flash these at you really quick, and then I have a proposition for you. So let me get this out of here. The packaging is delightful.
Taken out of context.
What?
I'm going to flash these at you and then have a proposition for you.
It's that kind of show. Time for this disclaimer about the content.
Banter.
Yes. Adult subjects-ish, mainly just because, you know, on Saturdays we get to pretend we're lushes and, you know, play dress up, so it's kind of fun. Look at how insane this is. I love this color. It's kind of like flashy in real life. Just so incredibly pretty and vibrant and purple. Oh, but that's not all. I actually like I'm ashamed of myself a little bit because I went kind of crazy with the stuff. So
you did have some good suggestions.
What's that?
You did have some good suggestions.
For the makeup?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But hold on. I want to show them all the stuff here.
Sure.
I'll give this to you to put back in the thingy. I also bought this monstrosity. It's a super pretty monstrosity, but the reason why I say that is I hate glitter packaging. I hate it.
I hate glitter full stop.
I mean, I like glitter sometimes, but I don't like it in packaging because it's just a lot. And in fact, this light, speaking of a lot, I feel like I'm completely washed out. All right. I think that might be slightly better. Okay. Yeah, because I don't want to wash out the wig. So, I mean, every time I touch this thing, I get pink princess sparkles all over me. But it was the only way I could figure out, and I bought this for myself at Christmas time, it was the only way I could figure out how to get this damn sultry palette. Because they discontinued this palette, to my knowledge, but they came out with it, and it got glitter all over my lap. Yeah, but I wanted this sultry palette pretty badly. So let me get that out of there.
Allow me. No,
There you go. I mean, it's a pretty color of glitter. It's kind of like bronzy, but I don't like it getting all over me. But the color palette itself is pretty. I mean, it's a little bit on the basic side, but sometimes I really like that. And in fact, I'm probably going to play with that a little bit in this video. So I'm going to leave that sultry palette out. It's a really nice, you know, everyday kind of glam palette. I also, oh yeah, you thought I was done. I also got this thing, which is from Kaleidos or Kaleidos. Calidos. I'm not really quite sure. All I know is that they spend a lot of money on their packaging. Their packaging is outrageous. Like this is the box that this came with.
Does that go in magnetic clasp?
It does.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And then I had two things in here. I had this thing, which is their...
Well, that's just a shipping box.
Yeah,
that's not the actual product. Wow.
No, this is the Futurism 7 Sashimi City palette, which I got. And by the way, just check out sales. Go to the actual manufacturer websites. That's where I got all this. I got this from Sephora, I think. It might have been Ulta. One of the two, but it was at Christmas. They were running an exclusive. But thank you. But with this brand, the Kaleidos, somebody can probably correct me on the pronunciation there because I don't want to watch enough YouTube videos. But yeah, their website, you can buy these things there. Sometimes they run deals. And the thing I'm going to show you last is Natasha Denona is running a sale right now. And if you are like me and you've been pining for those gigantic blue and purple and all that stuff palettes, now is the time to get them for sure. And I'll talk about that in just a moment. But yeah, Liz, after you mentioned that I should get the green and brown, I had to get the green and brown. Or was it the blue and purple? Might have been one of the two that you recommended, but I got them both for $300, which sounds like a lot, but if you consider the fact that they generally sell for over $200 a piece, like $258 or something like that, it was actually a pretty decent sale for what that brand is. It's kind of a prestige brand, you know. This is an indie brand though, and it's kind of like a neutral palette. I thought this would be a cool one to add. Well, not cool, it's warm toned, but a really nice neutral palette to add to the Have I Got Nudes for You series when I pick that back up again. Okay, and then the other thing in here, I swear this segment isn't going to last forever. It's just I'm struggling with the packaging. We've got this thing. I got the Escape Pod because they were running a sale on that at the beginning of the year. And it's insane. The packaging is just outrageous on this thing. Just look at that. That's nutso. I love this color though. Woo! I gotta play dress up now even more. And this has like a little escape key embossed into this color over here, but it's got all these luscious multi-chrome shades in here. Oh, my inner clown rejoices. It's so futuristic. I mean, it's like a piece of art. Like it's intense. It's so cool. So I'll give that to you too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty outrageous. They go over the top with this brand's packaging for sure. Okay. So yeah, I got this box today from Natasha Denona.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Shiny.
So this is the eyeshadow palette 28, and this I believe is the green and brown one because it's flexing green and brown. What?
Wow.
Yeah, it's sparkly. And then this is what this is like. And now I think, like I said, I think this generally retails for about $258 for this gigantic pro palette. But I cannot wait to play with it. I love green eyeshadow. Like I live for green eyeshadow. You've probably seen me. It greens a lot. So, oh my goodness. That is going to be amazing. And then the other one, if I don't stick my fingers in literally all these palettes and destroy them, let's see, is this one, which is the blue and purple one. And like I said, you can get them both right now at Natasha Denona's website for $300. I am not getting paid to shill this stuff, by the way. Like, this is not something I'm saying because I have an affiliate code. I do not. I'm just really stoked I bought these. What the internet was meant to be.
But, you know, if Natasha Denona wants to send some cash our way.
Yeah, no, I'm not hating on it. I would love to, but just know that was not the reason for this particular little shout out to those things. So yeah, I'm gonna surrender the mic to you, dear, to talk about whatever you would like to talk about.
All right.
For a moment or two while I play around with my eyeshadow for a second.
All righty.
Yeah, that way I'm not hogging everything.
All righty. Well, let's see here. Where's this particular banner I wanted to put up?
Makeup traveling, it's what it does.
Yes, indeed.
It's gonna go on a holiday all over my face. I love how I'm like, please talk to people, and you're like,
right, okay.
In the computer.
Here we go. Thanks to our Patreon patrons, we've been able to secure some very interesting, high quality, professional level audio recording, mixing, and other type of equipment. So all being well, you're going to hear more of my golden dulcet tones.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we got to get this. There's some other equipment in there, some microphones and some jack cables and so forth that we're gonna have to hook up and experiment with and equalize and other technical things.
We don't know anything about what is going on with this stuff at all.
we're gonna deal with it in the typical man fashion, as in plug everything in and just mess about with it until something cool happens.
Just don't hit it with the rock or a hammer.
Hit it with a rock.
or shake it violently.
That's a Batman the Animated Series gag, folks. Best Batman ever. Running gag from the character Killer Croc. I threw a rock at him. Everyone looks at him. It was a big rock.
You want to say what our patrons got us?
Okay.
I know we barely are aware of what these things even are.
I don't know what this is, but this is a Scarlett 2i2 third generation 2-in, 2-out USB audio interface. Whatever that means.
It's a thingy that goes in between the computer and the microphone, so that way we sound better.
Yes. And this is a Procaster broadcast quality dynamic microphone.
Ooh, fancy.
I don't know what makes it dynamic. Is it a action spy like James Bond or something? Does it? I would like to think it plays a nice theme tune every time someone new comes on. I don't know.
Do you know though, if we ever got like super big, how annoying that would be? Like boop 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 boop, like constant. No one would be able to hear anything over the.
Yeah.
I'm talking about good problems though.
Yeah, that's right.
We would just be so incredibly popular. We would be inundated with noise.
Trying to figure out what our theme songs would be. I'd probably try and get the Imperial March in there somewhere. The Sith chorus.
You know, because that's.
Something like that. Sith chorus. That's just me.
I have no response to any of this.
That's fine.
See, I like it when you take over the conversation. It goes in very weird places. I'm very into that.
Yeah.
Never a dull moment.
So yeah, we're gonna hook these all up and hope it doesn't explode and see what we can come up with for future projects, shall we say. So to all our Patreon patrons, thank you very much indeed for helping us realize these things. And
hopefully we will improve this in a way where you're like, I'm so happy I invested in those people.
Yes.
Because we will just sound baller, hopefully.
And at some point, we'll figure out how to get these things launched properly.
That's right. Never say never.
Yeah.
Are they getting better? I don't even know.
Well, the thing is, we don't make the same mistakes twice. It's a new problem every time, but we're learning.
And learning is half the battle.
Yeah. Only with us, it's more like learning.
It's slightly painful. I think the live aspect makes the learning curve kind of torturous at times.
Yeah. Well, we're getting there. We're learning.
Oh, and boop boop. There we go. This is going to be in 720p, as I've mentioned in the past. Speaking of which, and speaking of this makeup stuff, as Nigel kind of alluded to earlier, I was thinking maybe next week, maybe Monday through Thursday, I could do like live streams on the main channel because I'm still kind of trying to figure out what kind of content I want to do there. But what I do know for certain is I have a lot of hair to play with, and I have a ton of makeup, and I need some kind of excuse to justify why I just spent this outrageous amount of money on eye makeup. I need to justify it to myself. And then there's an actual practical reason for this. And the actual, I'm gonna let you see all this. The actual practical reason for all of this is that I think I need to find a new streaming platform. I've enjoyed using StreamYard. It's really easy. I like that it aggregates your comments so we can see them all in one place. So hi. But I would like to be able to simulcast to Instagram a little bit more effortlessly, honestly, because I mean you could see that I was struggling with that at the beginning. It'd be nice if I could find streaming software that would do all of that. And I would also like it if the stuttering with the video playback kind of stopped, because when we watch these live streams to kind of like do like a post-mortem on them and learn from what we've been doing, it's very apparent that the videos tend to hiccup a lot.
Yeah.
And we want to try to eliminate that however we can. So I think if I do some live streams on the main channel next week, I can kind of rapid fire test some of this stuff out, have a good time playing with makeup. And if you're hanging out online and you'd like to join me, we can just kind of kick it and play dress up, you know?
Oh, speaking of which, we've already got a suggestion I think might be fun.
Yeah?
Bloody thing moved.
That's what it always happens.
Ah, right. Marnie says, I pre-ordered the Ebony Prismatic Mirabella and Anya wigs. Do makeup with those. Go crazy.
Okay.
How does that sound? That sounds
sounds
fun?
awesome. Yeah.
Yes, excellent idea there, Marnie.
Because I've got so much freaking makeup, and I've actually talked to Marnie in particular about this. I'm like, if I ever do promo deals again with people where I'm sending influencers stuff so they can make videos, I'll send them some of this eyeshadow too. Because honestly, I am just kind of like I'm ashamed of how much freaking eyeshadow I have accumulated at this point. I can get that off the screen. There we go.
Yeah, working on it.
The thing moves and then we're like, ah! But yeah, because it's so long, I keep trying to move around so you can see it. So yeah, as we mentioned earlier, this is the spring 2021 preview. Okay. How does everybody feel about the idea of live streams next week?
Well, so far we've got quite a few positive responses.
Very good.
Yeah. So,
yay! All right, awesome. Well, once I figure out when, I'll be sure to announce them when they launch. And they're all gonna look a little bit different, and it's mainly because I want to try to nip some of this in the bud. So we're gonna be testing different software and see what works best. So.
Yeah. Got people definitely. We've got saying. Faith says definitely. Cheryl says yay live streams. Marnie says I'll watch those. LS thumbs up.
Yay.
English teacher with sauce says I would love to know how to wear a hairband so that it doesn't scream wig.
Yeah.
And Tammy says sounds great.
Excellent.
All right.
So
yes,
I think what we'll do is, give me just a second. We have 2 announcements to make. That is that Mirabella and Anya pre-orders are now live. So if you would like to reserve one when they come in, which will probably be around May-ish, now is the time to reserve one if you would like one before people start making content about them. And then everyone's going to want them, and we have like almost, none left at this point, particularly with the Anya. So just want to throw that out there. Also, Ambrose just launched today in 3 colors: Millionaire Shortbread R, Chocolate Icing R, and South Beach Sands R. A lot of people had some very positive things to say about all of those colors. We noticed that the most popular colors we carry tend to be the brunettes, like the chocolate icing. That really took off like a rocket. And the sort of like blondish colors. So that's why we just came out with 2 of them, even though South Beach Sands is definitely more of like a dark blonde. And then let's see. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. I think that basically covers all of it. Did you want to talk about today's cocktail?
Let's do that then.
I'm gonna get out of your way. I'm gonna get out of your way. See you in a little bit.
You can come sit here if you like, my sweet.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Alrighty. All right then, folks. Part of this whole deal with the weekly cocktails is finding some cocktails that would be compatible for people who have sensitive stomachs, like Heather, for people who have had vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery. And so, like, I've been researching this as a bunch of people who violently disagree with me on the internet every day says, I did my own research and Googled a lot of recipes. And there's one that came up today, which I was really intrigued in. It's one of those virgin mocktails, and it's called a cherry bomb. I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. What can I do with that? So I looked at it. I thought, right. I dove into our stash of stuff and thought, right, I can make a new version with alcohol. And I tried out a couple different recipes on Heather, and we picked the one that she liked best. So this one is called the Cherry Bomb, which is named after these tiny, cute little characters from the Super Mario Brothers games. They're absolutely friggin' adorable, like most characters from Mario Brothers games. Right, so here we go. I'll get the stuff. And this one is very simple. It's very simple indeed. A bit. Now you're going to need a tall glass. And in this tall glass, you get some frozen pitted cherries. A few of those. Some frozen mixed berries. A couple of those each. Now, the original virgin mocktail said put some ice in. Well, if we don't have ice at our house, but, if you use the frozen berries, hey, edible ice cubes. Well, I suppose most ice cubes are edible, but oh well. And onto the frozen berries, you put some cherry vodka. This is a British brand called 3 Olives. Cherry vodka. 1 shot. And you can adjust the strength as you like. You can just use 1 shot. I'm using 2 shots because I'm a sybarite. Heather laughs from the next room. 2 shots. Cherry vodka. Top the whole thing up with chilled water. So yeah, this drink is mostly water. Just like Scumble is mostly apples. It was a Discworld gag for you fans of Terry Pratchett out there. And finally, I'm going to move this out of the way so I can come in here. Last ingredient is one of these. This is True Lime Black Cherry Limeade sugar-free drink mix. Okay? They do all sorts of colors. They do colors and, flavors. They do a mango orangeade, which is delightful, and berry lemonades, and all sorts of wonderful flavors. And they're sugar-free, and you just add them to water, stir it up, and away you go. So I'm going to stir this up. And that's it. That is how you make the alcoholic version of the cherry bomb, which I call a cherry bomb. Heather laughs again from the next room. I had no idea I was so hilarious. Okay, nearly. Can't hear a word you're saying, my dear boy. Knows the man you're talking about.
That is a dad joke. You know I'm going to find that funny instantly.
Okay. That's an old Devonian gag. Can't hear a word you're saying, my dear, but I knows the man you're talking about. One day, perhaps I'll tell that joke, but it's kind of a long one and belabored. But if you're of a particularly twisted mindset, it's a hoot. So there you go, cherry bomb. Some frozen cherries, some frozen berries, 2 shots of cherry vodka, chilled water, and some black cherry limeade. Simple as that. And my good lady wife is back. Yours is sitting right next to your computer.
Thank you. Well, I'll give you a moment to kind of clear that out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Plus, it's stainy stuff. I don't really want to risk it.
Fair enough. That's why I've put down a towel and paper towels and aluminum foil and all sorts of stuff.
Aluminium.
There we go.
Hey! Well done. I was
you,
listening to your presentation and there I was kind of checking out the eyeshadow job that I did on camera because there are all these lights. Sometimes I'm really afraid that it's going to look nuts, but I use really subdued colors. So I think it's a good compliment to this kind of like extreme eyeliner thing I've got going on.
Okay, and when the comments section is active on this, I will post the recipe on there as well.
Yes. All right. I think
how's the drink?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Excellent.
Yeah, of that you could. I mean, I had one of these earlier, so I kind of forgot to react for the camera. But no, they're fantastic. He gave me the very difficult task of. I keep flipping this hair. I think that's a good sign. But he kept giving me the difficult task of being the taste tester. It was really rough.
Oh darn! And oh darn, I had to drink the one that she didn't like. Shucks.
It's the worst. No, this is an awesome way to spend a Saturday. We're so happy you guys could join us. All right, so.
Gotta put this comment up.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Cherry bomb.
I remember that. The first time I actually heard that was in Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
That had a really great soundtrack.
That's a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's one of the few comic book movies I actually really enjoy.
All right. So I think we're just going to go ahead and get into this now. We're currently at like almost a 30-minute intro. So I think that that's long enough. So I think what we'll do, Nigel, is I will talk about the wig. And then we've got a whole bunch of colors we're expanding on too. But I'm going to talk about wigs a little bit here that we're bringing to the site. And then I will pause, ask him to give me some comments. We will respond to comments, and then we will move on. Good?
I'm fine with that.
Work for you? Okay, yeah. Sweet.
So, yes.
All right, so I might as well talk about this one first because it's on me.
All right.
So if you want specifics, like if you want measurements, et cetera, I'm still working on all of that. Like I'm still putting the listing together for all of these things. So I don't have any technical specs that I can offer you at this time. This is literally just a showcase where I'm just showing you what they look like on me. These are not wigs that were made specifically for this kind of showcase. These are literally just warehouse prototypes that I approved. And so they are duplicating them right now. So this is actually Danica, as we mentioned earlier, and is currently on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off the screen. So that way you can actually see the wig and how long it is.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Was the inspiration for this Danica McKellar from, what was that?
The Wonder Years?
The Wonder Years.
Oh, I always thought she was really pretty, but I don't know if her hair actually looks like this.
No, it wasn't wavy. It was straight, but it was roughly that long.
I actually just like the name.
That's a good name.
It's a good name, yeah.
Silver Streak says, Heather, do you consider this color a copper orange?
Absolutely it is.
There you go.
We call this color Molten Copper. So it's like Tahitian Sunset if you crank the saturation all the way up to like 20. Like it's so incredibly saturated. It's very, very, very vibrant. Just really, really, really vibrant. And so I couldn't resist. I thought, you know, I like Tahitian Sunset a lot. It's probably like my dream copper, as I've mentioned before. But sometimes I want something that looks kind of obviously dyed a little bit. I want it to look a little bit intense. Almost like, you know, Haley from, oh, what the heck is the name of that band? That was like, I didn't need to brag, but I don't want to know. Oh, Haley Williams, I think her name is, or something, from Paramore. It's like her hair color from back in the day a little bit.
Andrea's asking if the root is a number 4.
I would say this is probably closer to it too. If I'm, you know, it's a really, really dark color. It's meant to be very high contrast. And by the way, we're also, for the fall, working on a rooted version of Tahitian Sunset that will have a 33 root on it. So when that comes out, it will still be much softer than this looks. And we wanted that to deliberately look like a kind of a departure for the two. That the one was kind of like, whoa, and the other one's like, oh, that's kind of natural looking still.
Get a lot of comments about Paramore.
Yeah. Oh, Paramore is such a good band. That girl can sing. She sings so well for that. And at that kind of like intense rock band, super impressive. Just super impressive. And she can hit those high notes in full voice without flipping into her head voice. Like she's insane. She's insanely good. But yeah, this one has a fringe. This one is actually the exact same cap construction as Ambrose. So there's no permatease in Danica at all. She's got these really luscious long layers that are kind of thinned out as you get towards the bottoms. She has an intentionally long fringe. The fringe, again, is very similar to what you'll get on Ambrose. So if you like the front on Ambrose and you just wish that she were a lot longer and more relaxed and basically just really longer, this is that wig.
Cynthia's asking, does it have a lace front?
It does not. Again, it's got the exact same cap construction as Ambrose, which is a standard cap. And this one will have a very similar price point. All of the wigs from the limited collection, which is our heat-friendly synthetic line, all of them are going to be under $100 when they launch. So that includes Danica. So the price point is very, very reasonable because of the fact that we are skipping on certain packaging. I just mentioned a couple brands that spend a lot of money on packaging. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to minimize the packaging and kind of help get the most for value out of the pieces that we're making very intelligent choices about the cap design. And that way we're prioritizing what I would consider are like the right things. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, here is the coverage on the side of Danica. So you can see my sideburns are like right here. I have an average large head, and this is an average size wig. She's really comfortable on though. And here is the top of that again. I just love playing with this one because she's got these really pretty layers, and it's just fun to, when it doesn't get stuck in my lip gloss. Like, sorry. I was getting a little carried away there.
I don't know why, but I'm thinking Mary Jane Watson.
Oh, that's awesome. From like the Tobey Maguire one?
Any of them. I mean, Mary Jane's a redhead, so that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So it's
Spider-Man reference for those of you who are not au fait with superhero movies.
It's cute girlfriend hair. Alrighty, so I think we should move on to the one that people voted for to see the most, which would be our Callista. This is a Wigs Forever piece. I'll grab it, honey.
Okay.
He doesn't quite know them by just looking at them yet.
Meanwhile, I'll just sit here and be eye candy while you do that. What?
I didn't say nothing.
You cleared your throat in an accusatory way.
How dare you? I had a thingy.
We're married. And I make her laugh.
There you go.
Give us.
Oh, the back of that's so pretty.
It is. It's a very good one.
Ooh. All right, so this is Callista, and I'm so into her.
Oops.
Now, this is a very dark color, granted. This is not a color that we are making. It's one I was kind of flirting with, but it was a little bit too close to Ravens and Roses. I'm going to tell Ronnie on that you knocked his picture down.
That wasn't intentional. It was not a slight against Ronnie.
But I love the layers, and I'm trying to shake her really slowly so you can kind of see some of the layering on this one. It is very, 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 very choppy. And I actually designed this one because I could not find a wig on the market that had that kind of deconstructed choppy thing going on, but like shoulder length. And I thought, wouldn't that be cute? Something kind of shoulder length with these choppy layers. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the top from the underside, because this one has a monofilament hand-tied middle part. Okay, so it is not really super deep, and it does not have a lace front. You can see that it has felt here at the front hairline. So this has a very different cap construction than any of our other styles. It's got felt covered ear tabs. It's got an extended felt nape with the Velcro adjusters, which is a premium feature. It is quite stretchy, but that middle monofilament part, let's see if that'll focus so you can kind of see that. It's very nicely done. And we managed to compromise in a way that kept the price reasonable while also giving us that monofilament. So this is literally my first monofilament style from this limited, or no, from the Wigs Forever line. There we go.
Well, Silver Streak was asking about center parts, so there you go, my dear.
And I'm just going to play with her for a second. Now, the layering on Callista looks really good the more you play with her. I highly recommend getting a synthetic safe hairspray and just going to town with it, particularly on these top layers a little bit, because she'll look like a little rocker chic, you know? Bedhead, but intentional. But in mid-length. So that way it's nice and manageable. You can tuck part of it behind your ear. So this is Callista. I'm going to need you to scoot back just
Sorry,
a little
my
bit.
treasure.
Do you guys see how blunt and deconstructed these ends are? It is a lot.
We got people asking about the colors. We're going to cover that in a bit, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna cover that stuff in just a moment. I want to show you these new styles first.
Yeah.
If you're curious about what colors we ordered, I can rattle all that off towards the end. If you're interested, let me know if people express interest.
Oh, I've been getting loads of colors
Okay.
about what colors and so forth.
Yeah, if you stay tuned towards the end, I will rattle all that off like I did in last week's live stream. But I just want to get through showing you what these look like first.
Got a request to show the part.
Oh, sure.
Is she heat friendly, says Connie.
This is a regular synthetic wig and not a heat friendly one. I could have made her in a heat friendly fiber, but I chose to make her in a non-heat friendly one just because I thought that this might be really appealing to a lot of my core customer base, and they tend to prefer the non-heat friendly wigs. Now, if this one turns out to be a hot seller, I'm more than happy to make a non-heat friendly version as well, particularly if people request it. So make sure you keep letting us know what your interests are. And just so you know, Nigel has been taking like meticulous notes about the feedback that you left on last week's live stream, both in the comments section as well as in the chat here. He's been helping me a lot. Like I'm moving and shaking and doing stuff to make the wigs, and he has actually really stepped up and done a lot to help me document your feedback, so that way we can use it for making decisions about what to do in the fall and the spring, et cetera, et cetera. So I just want to take a moment to acknowledge you.
Thank you,
honey.
sweet.
Like, he's an awesome husband, and I think that it's really cool that you would step up and do this with me. And week after week, you're just such a good sport about helping me with my live streams, and that this is such a nifty partnership. Like, I wonder how many other husbands out there would be totally cool just sitting here in public talking about hair and makeup for this long.
Well, I hate sports. Sports bores me. So I won't be going to any games or watching any games.
Yeah.
My immune system is compromised, so I can't go out and to bars or anything like that.
Yeah, but we're doing that together too.
But yeah,
yes.
we're, drinking here for cheaper than we would at a bar.
Yeah, with our friends.
We're interacting with fun people who actually like us.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm fine with this.
We get to pick all the music. That's also a big plus over going to a bar.
Yeah. No Adele.
Yeah, he's not into Adele.
By the way, Daria says, is there much permatease?
There is. I don't think there's much at all. Let me go ahead and take this off. And let me really search back here for you. Okay, at the crown, there is a tiny little bit. I mean, it's not a bump it. Here, let me go ahead and show you all right, let me hold this kind of level. There's no bump it back here. I think it's just to kind of help offset what's going on. But I don't think it's actually like, I didn't even notice it at first. I'm just throwing that out there. It's a super small amount, but I want to make sure that I'm accurate. There is a little tiny bit of it, particularly surrounding the crown. I can feel it more when I smush it down, like with my thumb, then I can actually see it. And I'm like, crunch, and I can feel the texture underneath. So I know that there's a little bit of permatease there, but I could not tell by looking at it simply because it's so minimalistic. Let me go ahead and put this back on. This is a really comfortable wig, and I love this. I wish the prototype would have been a slightly lighter color so I could really show it off, but we're making this one in colors like Aniston foil. So that is going to look killer on this one. I know it because of all the highlights in that color. I'm just really looking forward to seeing it with this kind of deconstructed crazy sauce. I love this cut. I didn't know if anything else quite like it that was at this length, and that just made me super happy to want to make it. But another reason why we didn't make this in a heat-friendly fiber is simply because the whole point of buying a style like this is because of this effect you get at the ends, really, and if you curl it, you lose it. So all right.
Leanne says, funnily enough, my husband is also English, and he does live streams with me about makeup, jewelry, wigs, etc.
That's excellent. That's wonderful. So shout out to Leanne's husband as well.
Yes, indeedy.
We love supportive husbands.
All right. Let's see. Is there a lace front?
No.
And is that a monotop or a skin top?
This one actually has a monofilament. It doesn't have a monofilament top. It just has a monofilament middle part.
Here's a good one. Montjoy Farms, who we want to thank, by the way, after the enormous order you placed after last week's live stream.
Thank you.
Where did you get the brown head cap? It appears to be cotton.
This is something that I got at my own store. Sorry, I had to think for a second. This is actually one of the Milano grip caps. We sell these at CysterWigs. It's one of the few Milano collection items that we actually sell. I just reached out to them and was like, hey, I really like these accessory products. Can we sell them? And they're like, sure, why not? So we actually buy a whole bunch of them and then we sell them ourselves. You can get those at CysterWigs.
There you go. Oh, and Gina says, my husband watches each week with me. Lol, Nigel, he loves your drink recipes. Thank you, Gina's husband.
Yes.
We try to keep things interesting and tasty. I don't know what it is. There seems to be this horrific sexual dimorphism when it comes to food and drink these days.
Where is this going? Where is this?
Oh, I'll tell you where it's going, my sweet. I'll tell you where it's going. It first occurred to me when someone said that creme brulee is a girly dessert. Why would you want to eat that?
It's a delicious dessert.
It's made with an actual frigging blowtorch. That is metal. It's a dessert made with an actual frigging welding tool.
Oh my
How
goodness.
could that be girly? No, that's cool. And, you know, there's this idea that certain drinks are for certain genders. No, that's the beautiful thing about food and drink. It's for everyone. And I don't care. I don't care if it's, you know, a big dripping sandwich with all sorts of sauces falling out all over my bare hands, or if it's a tiny delicate pastry that's 7 shades of pink and lilac covered with covered with candied lavender blossoms that's meant to be eaten with a comically tiny fork off a bone china plate. If it's delicious, I want some. And you'd best not get between me and it unless you want to be trampled and gored. Okay?
Yes. Oh my God. This is both very
Violent
and delicious. It's an interesting combination. You're describing dainty little finger foods like petit four or something like that, and then like mauling people.
Well, no, you get people like
I love you so much.
Like the people we know back in Ohio say, what do you want to drink all that for? Some flowery girl drink.
That stuff's
It
delicious.
tastes good.
Yeah.
That's why I want to drink it. I don't care if it's pink with 7 fruits and a live parrot sticking out of it. If it's good, if it's tasty, I want it.
You are so passionate about girly foods.
I'm passionate about all foods, my treasure. All foods. I don't care if it's meat that's stuck to a recognizable bone that's dripping blood all over my bare hands as I gnaw on it. Or anything like that. If it's tasty, I want some. This
wig live stream has covered so many interesting topics already, and we're only 47 minutes in. Woo!
Well, what can I say? You know, sometimes you have to go on a tangent.
Oh, that was a funny one.
That's what I've been saying for years. That's when you brought me that creme brulee beer from Southern Tier.
Oh, that sounds like that's 9% ABH. That's no joke either.
No, that Southern Tier creme brulee beer, fan-frigging-tastic.
It's girly flavored and potent AF.
It's not girly flavored.
It is deliciously flavored.
Just friggin' delicious. It's amazing.
So that's one thing I miss. Having had a gastric sleeve, I can't have beer because of the fizziness. And flat beer's gross. So I don't do beer anymore. But I really miss Southern Tier. Their stuff was delightful.
Oh, Kelly says, wait, Nigel, girls use blowtorches. Lol, but I get your point.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why gender tools, man? Gender dimorphism, man.
Well, if girls are using blowtorches, they have to get the pink ones. Men get the brushed steel ones, but that's for the kitchen.
I'm fluffing this up with my fingers.
Math class is hard.
Whoever designed that Barbie, you guys heard about this?
Oh, this is great. I love this story.
This Barbie, I don't even know what the name of the Barbie was. It was like Real Talk Barbie or something like that.
It was a talking Barbie of some sort. It was supposed to be like a high school or college Barbie.
Oh my gosh, this Barbie literally said, math is hard.
I love to go shopping.
Let's go shopping.
Math class is hard.
Math class is hard. Let's go shopping.
And the way I heard it, some feminists broke into a Toys R Us and swapped, or they bought some and then returned them and then swapped the voice boxes with G.I. Joe.
You know, that's hilarious, but I don't think felony level guerrilla tactics are really warranted in this case.
But it's hilarious. Having G.I. Joe say, let's go shopping.
Let's go shopping.
And then
math class is hard.
Barbie shouting out, Eat lead, Cobra!
Yay!
Fantastic.
I would love one of those Barbies.
Laura says, how much vodka are we having? At the moment, it's just 2 shots. Well,
I have not had that much because he waters my drinks down
no,
substantially.
we both had 2 shots.
Why are you trying to kill me with alcohol, man?
Because you have fun.
My apologies if we're being too intense. This, by the way, I'm taking the reins back. I'm taking the reins back. I'm taking them back because we got to talk about the thing I'm wearing. It's
Go for it. It's your channel.
Okay. Just want to let you know it's a thing. We're gonna talk about this hair. This is Juniper, and this one is from Wigs Forever. So this is a non-heat friendly wig. This is completely like most of these wigs are completely basic in terms of cap constructions. None of these are gonna have a lace front. None of them, because as I've mentioned in previous live streams, we're doing this a little at a time, and the lead time to make these is anywhere, well, frankly, it's anywhere from 3 to 10 weeks from the time we order the product to the time that we can actually like get the product, inspect the product, launch the product, et cetera, et cetera. So a lot of testing goes into this and a lot of R&D and playing around. And in this case, we don't have a huge budget for it either. So we have been trying to make very budget-friendly stuff that is very good value for money first, and then we will venture into more elaborate cap constructions. And last week's live stream was basically just me showing you things we could do once we actually have the money and the ability to place the order. We've been developing prototypes that do have more of those kind of like high-end cap features. It's just a matter of being able to afford it and when. But this one is Juniper.
And you're getting a lot of support for it.
She's really, really shaggy. She's kind of like the you know, we were just talking about Barbie. Like Barbie is to Skipper, so as Callista is to Juniper. Juniper does not have the monofilament part. She will be substantially less expensive. She'll probably be the same price point as Anya. And she has the same kind of shattered ends. And she has a slightly shorter fringe, but it's still really long, which you could always cut a shorter fringe into it if you wanted to, but I kind of like it long on this one. And this one has not been washed, but if you wash it, hang it upside down to really unlock the layers. In this case, I'm just going to play with it a little bit. And this is actually the non-heat friendly version of Ravens and Roses, which looks really, really great on this wig. Oh, I love all of this. Let me go ahead and just turn. You want to go over some comments, honey? Because I hear you laughing over there.
Right, let's see. Oh, boy. I have so many ones that are making me laugh. How is food girly? Don't ask me, Jamie. People just make judgments. I did.
Oh.
There you go. Sorry. This is a hair trigger button. Sometimes I press it and it registers as a double press, so it clicks off instantly. How is food girly? I don't know. I just hear people complaining about, I ain't eating that. That's girl stuff.
You know what? Whenever people try to do that and like force conformity over things that are that rigid along gender lines or race lines or any of that stuff, I'm like, why are you so insecure? Why can't people just like what they like? Why can't people just like what they like? If you like something, like it. Why feel bad about it?
Exactly. I like lavender syrup in my beer to help me fall asleep. It's called brewer's coma. I'll explain it some other time. But like Kristen says, creme brulee is definitely not a sissy dessert. No. Let people enjoy things.
That's right.
Definitely.
That is absolutely right. Here, let me show you the side coverage a little bit. We digress. And just in case you want to see the hairline, but it's a hard front. So definitely want to wear these bangs down.
No, I want creme brulee, says Jen. Yes, so do I. All the damn time.
This wig is very, very comfortable. I love these shags. I don't know how you guys feel about shags, but I love them. I think when they're done well, they're just super, super fresh looking. If you do them wrong, they look really dated. But I think even mullets at this point can look kind of cool if the right person is wearing it the right way. And usually, you know, if you're wondering how to pull something off, it's how you feel in it. If you feel really good in it, chances are, like, life is basically, we're learning in the social media era that life is kind of a sales pitch in and of itself. And all day long, we're constantly like, this is me, you know? And that in and of itself is kind of like, almost like you're marketing yourself in this modern era. And so in that circumstance, it's like, when you feel good, it is so much easier to just be like, this is me. And then you sell people on that is your hair. That's why confidence is the best accessory to any wig, regardless of the color, regardless of if it clashes with your skin tone. If you feel confident enough in it, most people will back off if they don't like it. And if they do like it, they will rave over it. They will trip over themselves to tell you how much they love your hair and your look and your aesthetic and your vibe sometimes.
Exactly.
So what's going on with what's on the screen?
Gina says anything with fire is good. Go, Nigel. One of the things I do to make her laugh is I do a Frankenstein bit.
All the time. It's so funny.
Fire good.
I'm like, coffee good.
Coffee good. Something like that. It makes her laugh. That's what I like about it. I can just do cars and trucks bad. Makes her laugh.
Oh, that's funny. You are a funny person.
Oh, wait, there's one more I want to get on here.
Look at the pretty layering. Oh, so cute.
Christian says, I use my blowtorch to make creme brulee. So much fun. Fire. Fire. Fire's cool.
Okay, I want to show you guys the cap construction for this one before I move on to the next style. So.
Oh, last one.
Marnie. Like a tangent engine.
Marnie says, right, I'm going out to buy a blowtorch right now for desserts. And self-defense.
Dude, I can almost see once she gets one, like, every dessert now becomes a brulee because you have to justify buying this blowtorch and they're cool. So we now have brownies brulee and creme brulee and grilled cheese brulee. Oh my gosh, can you imagine doing a grilled cheese that way? That'd be really interesting. But yeah, here is the cap on this one. You can see, I'm going to try to hold it up because unfortunately this is very dark on the interior. We can see that it has a generous band of felt at the front hairline. It has velvet here on the, should have velvet here on the ear tabs. If not, then there's still structural ear tabs. I'm going to have to ask them about that. But we do have an extended felt nape though, and Velcro adjusters, which is definitely awesome. Boop, boop, boop. Hello, Moon Kitty. And then this is stretchy, stretchy, stretchy. Now, about the ear tab discrepancy I just mentioned, like, I generally want more felt if I can get it. So if they didn't put it on this batch, I'll make sure I update the listing when we put this product up for sale, telling people what the status of the ear tabs is. But in either case, it is a firm structural ear tab, very similar to what you get with like Aesthetica and a lot of other brands that I carry. So here is the top of Juniper and all of that pretty, pretty, pretty layering. Oh, the layering on this one is just super, super good. Plus, I love this Ravens and Roses color. It's kind of outrageous.
Speaking of colors, Jen,
that to you, dear.
Thank you, is asking, I love her lipstick. What brand and color? And a lot of other people are asking as well.
This is Marc Jacobs. And actually, I'll be right back. I'll show it to you.
In the meantime, I'll mug for the camera. Hi! Yeah, so this is a really fun live stream. And I've only had 2 shots of vodka so far. So, you know, I'm not exactly 4 sheets to the wind, but, you know, I've had a couple. Yeah, well, Heather's just going to bring back the lipstick that she's wearing. She's got, look, more. Hi, Serena.
Hello.
Serena says hi. Heather just got back, Serena. And Laura says more vodka. Not quite ready for that yet.
I want to show you the lipstick. It's a trio thingy I've got going on. Oh, I grabbed the wrong freaking color. Can you go grab the other Marc Jacobs pen that's in there, honey?
Sure.
I'm sorry, my apologies. But we've got a pencil that I used first. This is I Heart This by ColourPop. Can you not find it? It might be. Okay, got it. Cool, cool, cool.
Huzzah!
And then we've got this,
Yoink.
which is a Marc Jacobs product called Snapshot. It is a okay, it's Snapshot. It's like some kind of pen crayon thing. It's very, very soft, so be careful with it. And the color is called Framboise.
Framboise.
He knows how to say it. I do not speak French. And then on top of that, you want to say it?
Let's see, where does it say? I don't see where.
Oh, it's down here. There.
There.
And you could
Where's the
probably
microscope?
and you could probably type it in the
Oh
comments.
no, it is. They screwed around with it. Fram-bois, as in woods.
I said it right.
You did say it right.
Yay me.
I just thought, you know.
I'm right. Woo!
Heather, my passion.
Yes, my darling.
You
Huh?
were right.
Oh!
This was another one of our running gags. We love
Every freaking day. Okay, so this is Hustle and Glow, which is a Smashbox color. This is the lip gloss that I put on top. So that is the trio of things that were used for this. Boop.
later, Joy.
Bye, Joy.
Joy's off for dinner.
So this one is, let's see, I've got a thing for it. Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. Let's put this one on.
Well, that was a decent episode last night.
Yeah, we're still in the RuPaul game. Still watching it. Did any of you watch RuPaul's Drag Race UK? Nigel, what did you think about the winner of Drag Race UK? Drag Race UK. Don't give away the winner though. We don't want to spoil it.
Honestly, I'm having difficulty remembering. I know it was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed the episode. I just can't remember who won.
The person I wanted to win did not win.
Oh yeah.
Yes. We'll just put it that way, and I'm sad. I mean, I liked everybody, but the person I wanted to win did not win.
Oh well. But they're all good, and it was a good show.
All right, is anybody vibing on this one? This is Charisma.
OMG, this Charisma wig is fantastic, says Minutes with Mark.
Yay! So let me tell you a little bit about how this one came about. And this color, what is this color? This is another one that was kind of like a prototype color, but it's very similar to Ravens and Roses, which is what the one we ended up making was Ravens and Roses and not this one. This is more like a Cabernet style color. But I was really inspired by two of my favorite wigs, which are essentially like Charlotte by Tressalure and Cameron by Renee of Paris. I love both of those wigs, but I thought, what if, right? Like we make something very similar to that, like here on the sides and, you know, all that jazz, but we really, really crank up the layering in the back. So there is a ton of layering in the back of this one, like just a ton, and it is a heat-friendly fiber, so the style actually looks different than it would on a regular synthetic. So if you don't like this kind of curly thing here, you can literally straighten it if you want to. This would probably look really cool straightened out.
Tons of love for this style.
Yay! This one is very, very flattering and user-friendly. And the other modification is the front is much, 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 much longer than it is on either of the two styles I just mentioned. So I wanted it to be much more face framing deliberately, so it would really bring out the best of this kind of style. I'm always trying to think of new things that I can make for women who have really full faces, because, you know, even though I have lost weight, I still have a very wide face. It's just, you know, I have more of a chin now than I did before I lost 100 pounds. But I still have a very broad face. And so I'm always looking for a good frame for that. And I never forget what that felt like when I had like 50 chins. Like I really wanted.
You had two.
The second one was very large though. It was like bullfrog
So
style.
is mine. That's why I wear a beard.
I don't have that. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have PCOS, so if I wasn't taking spironolactone, I maybe could have that option, but I choose not to.
Well,
so.
I'll share my beard oil with you.
That's a bridge too far, I think.
Okay.
So here is the back of Charisma again. Here is the side. Can you take that off the screen for a second, honey?
Sure.
Okay. Wait till we're done showing off the style.
Sure.
Let me remove that banner from the screen too while we're at it, so you guys can really see this. I'm gonna dip my head real close to the screen. There we go. And there's the top. This has a permatease top. It is actually very similar cap construction to what you'll get on Felix. So if you like the Felix style, Grayson, Ainsley, the cap construction on Charisma is very, very similar. And it does have some permatease. But I love this style. Here's the side coverage.
Silver Streak says that style reminds me of Liz Taylor in a darker color and more poofed out.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Don't talk about our son, Martha.
I love Liz Taylor.
Yeah, getting loads and loads of love for this. So,
yay! Good. That's good news because it's coming soon. We already made a whole bunch. We're just waiting for them to arrive. So that is Charisma. I'm going to go ahead and take her off and show you the cap really quick since I'm at it. You can see no frills here, really. We have felt on the ear tabs. We have an extended felt nape. We have the little eye adjuster thingies. And she is quite stretchy. So there we go. All right. So I think I've only got one more new style to show you. So I'm going to go grab it. Do you want to go over any more user comments?
Okay, you got that.
Yeah.
All right, well, where'd it go? Jen says, what colors are these going to be available in, or is that not known yet? We're going to get to that.
We will go over that at the end of the live stream.
Silver Streak says, Nigel, love that impression. Favorite movie. Thank you, Silver Streak. I was the director's assistant on the on my college production of that play, and oh, the actor that was in the husband role, the George. Oh, he was friggin' so abominable. The lady who was playing the Liz Taylor role, every time she came off screen, she got out the ice pick and stabbed at the ice.
Theater people are intense.
A little bit.
And that's an intense play, too.
It is.
Wow. That's a really intense movie.
Yeah. Got a lot of women offering to get fake beards now. Just like the life of Brian.
Nice.
Are there any women here? No.
Oh, man. All right, this... What?
Sorry. Can we get matching beards for these wigs? No, buy two and make your own.
For the salesperson. Okay. Well done, dear. Are you sure that was just 2 shots? Even I'm questioning at this point.
I'm just having a blast. I'm getting high on life.
Oh my god.
See how stupid that sounds, folks?
Anyway, Poppy is here, and she is pretty. This is a non-heat friendly wig. This color is a new color for us too. This is Masala Chai. And this color is a very, very pretty dark blonde color. As I mentioned, lots of people tend to really like these blonde colors. So this one is a decidedly ashy, light brown / dark blonde. And then the root color is actually a 33. So it's a little bit warmer at the root intentionally, but it's a very soft root because it's not a brown. Like it's an auburn brown, but it's not as dark. So let me go ahead and put the name of this color up really quick. Here we go. It's called Masala Chai. And this is a heat-friendly style, so if you don't like the curl, you can always change it. And by the way, this is going to be coming out in the spring, specifically for Felix and Ainsley. So it is not going to be available for this particular wig right away. But if you would like to get Poppy in this color, let me know. It's just what my prototype for this color was in. So this wig is called Poppy. And you can see that she's, you know, kind of like, if you're into like the crowd pleaser, that sort of wig, you know, that Raquel Welch wig, Parker by John Renault. Like there are lots of styles that are approximately this length. I don't know if any of them are heat friendly, except for crowd pleaser, which is why that was the first one that came to mind. But as you can tell, this is not an identical style. It's its own thing. And a big difference between this wig and the Anya, which we recently launched, is not only is, you know, one heat friendly and the other one is not. It's that this one does not have as much layering, and you can really see that here on the sides, that it's actually a little bit more rounded and uniform, whereas Anya has a lot of layering, particularly around here down, that this particular style Poppy does not have. So this is a little bit more of a traditional bob. You know, the kind that's open in the front. This does not have a lace front, so it looks pretty good for a wig without a lace front. It does have a little bit of taco head going on, but it's not too bad. If I just play with the crown a little bit, that'll probably help alleviate that. And if not, I made a video about how to very easily fix this. So what does everybody think of little Poppy so far? I'm going to do a little turn.
Well, Andrea's saying you're knocking your designs out of the park.
Thank you.
Very movie star, says Shelley, and very MM if it were in a light blonde. I think Kathleen's talking about Marilyn Monroe. Am I assuming that correctly, Kathleen? Please let me know. But most of it, there's lots of OMGs and woo!
Yeah, this one is coming in the spring, and I showed Kathleen pictures of this earlier about this one in one of the colors I'm going to show towards the end of this live stream, and it looks phenomenal. It looks very, very good. I don't have this in that color as a prototype around the house, but it looks really good from the pictures I got at the factory. Just epically cute little cut. And here, let me tuck some behind my ears. Not bad for a wig with a really, really basic cap. And of course, this is going to be at a reasonable price point. It's going to be pretty much in the same price point as Ambrose and Ainsley and all of her friends. So, alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and move on to some colors now.
Alrighty. So, how's everyone doing? Enjoying this so far? I had to fill 15 seconds, so there you go. How do I vote for this wig and color, says Pen Lady Bob.
Just comment about it and let our help desk know. But commenting about it is basically the best way, because the more we hear that, and especially once the replay is live, by the way. When the replay is live, leave a static comment that is just there on the video itself. And if people upvote it a lot, that will actually help us a ton too, because it really will draw our eye to it. Our comments auto sort by top. So the most upvoted comment usually goes all the way up to the top. So those suggestions will rise just like cream. So yeah, good stuff. All right.
Just before you go, Helen says, love the design. Sadly, I need a mono part. People look down on my part all day, and I'm more confident with a mono part. I'll be waiting with my card when you do more mono parts. Well,
that's absolutely fair.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. Like, you know, not every wig is going to suit everybody. And we're just going to keep plugging away at it until we make something that fits you. But as I mentioned before, it might be a little while before we can do things that have more monofilament features. For this particular spring collection, we only have the Callista, which has a monofilament middle part, but no lace front or anything like that. That's why I wanted to do this in the order that I did it, where last week I showed you things that we could potentially do if we can get the funds up and get this in motion. And this week I wanted to show you what we're actually doing, because I don't think it will take much for us to get from here to there, but it will definitely take, you know, these things selling well for us to be able to do that. So kind of one leads to the other. And I hope that if I show people that relationship, it will help people feel a little bit more eager to want to invest in this stuff if it actually suits them. going to go ahead and take this one off so I can show you the cap really quick. This particular prototype actually is not a good representation of the cap because they had to alter it because they didn't put the adjusters in the back of this prototype. Prototypes from the factory are not always the same thing as the end product. So I think I'm actually going to wait till we actually get the shipment, and then I'll show you what the cap actually looks like. But the cap's going to be identical to what you have on Felix.
Would you like a refill on your beverage, my dear?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Cherry's good.
Cherry's good.
We had a ton of leftover cherries
For when we did the sangria.
from when we did the Cheerwine Sangria. So we were like, what else are we going to do with this cherry stuff?
And then I found this recipe.
Yeah. I'm going to wait till Nigel gets back to actually put this on. But before I do, I want to tell you a little story about this color. Now, I've told this story before. So if you've heard this before and it's old news to you, that's A-okay. I'm sorry for repeating myself. But this color is one that I developed on my own, like completely on my own. What I did was I grabbed an Ambrose that was in Harlow Blonde. And I grabbed some Sharpie markers and a whole bunch of like really pretty like pastel and like jewel tone colors. And what I wanted to do was approximate a shine line, kind of like a hologram on this blonde color. So I like manually painted it onto this wig with these markers. I made a huge mess. Like I made a mess like all over myself painting this thing in my living room. Luckily I did not get it on the furniture though, so yay. But I loved the results because I could not find anything like it in any other wig line. I could not find anything like this aside from on like Pinterest and Instagram, where it was like stylists showing what they did, like balayage on people's heads. And I was like, there has to be a way we can actually like duplicate this. So I just had to make it, ship it off to the factory and say, can you duplicate this? And they did. And that is how we came up with our holographic blonde color, which is the color I'm going to show you right off the bat once Nigel is done mixing my drink. But it is a beautiful, beautiful color. I have it here in two styles. I want to show it to you on an Ambrose so I can show you what it looks like when it's in a wavy style. And I also want to show it to you on a Grayson, which is a straight wig, so that way you can see how it looks on both styles. This wig, by the way, or this color, by the way, will be coming for Ainsley, Ambrose, Danica, Grayson, Poppy, and Vaughn. So if you like this color, please know that these are the styles that this color is going to come in. And I think it's going to be I don't want to jinx it, but I kind of think it's going to be a hit. Because not just because I made it, but because it's so unique. And because the factory did such a beautiful job of really representing what I was trying to accomplish with the, with the style of color that I was trying to create. So let me show it to you straight first. This is on, are you guys ready for this? Okay, and
yeah,
let me talk for this little bit, right?
I was going to, I'm drinking.
Because I don't want to be interrupted while I'm like, look at my pretty color. By the way, I wasn't trying to be like, don't talk, but like,
I'm drinking. You go ahead and talk.
That's what I'm afraid of, dude. Like you're drinking more. That's why I just said that. Anyway, look at this. Look at it. It's everything. It is everything, right? Just so good. It's so good. It's meant to look like an 80s hologram. When you get the silver and then, you know, like the stickers they used to have in school, and you would kind of swish them around and they would change to this kind of coloration. That's why it's placed in the middle of the hair the way that it is, in the progression that it is. So this is literally something I painted onto a wig. I was like, please make this a thing for real. And they did. So here is Grayson. And the rooting and everything is the same as on the Harlow Blonde, because it was literally a Harlow Blonde wig that I painted. And Grayson definitely has permatease. Like play with her a little bit, kind of activate the layering.
Oh, you're going to love this one.
What's that, dear?
You said 80s, and I thought of Gem. It's like Gem and the holograms all together.
Truly, truly, truly outrageous. I kind of want to name a wig someday Jerica, just because I really like that name so much. But yeah, I really, 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 really love this color. It's so good. It's so good. All right, this wig does not have a lace front. And you can see that the color is not up near the face, which I think makes this highly wearable. Just so pretty. And it's got this really pretty horizontal placement here. Just delicious. And it kind of graduates from kind of like a peachy color to a pink color to like a magenta color to a purple color. Got a whiskey drink and a cider drink. No, and it's got like teal and green and blue. It's like everything. It's just everything. And yeah, we're making this again in the Ainsley, Ambrose, Danica, Grayson, Poppy, and Vaughn.
6 styles.
Yes, because it looks really cute on the straight wigs and on the curly ones. So now that everyone's kind of taken her in, and I want to show the straight one first so you could actually see how the highlight is laid out. And now I'm going to show you how this actually gets kind of transformed on a curly style. So I'm going to hand this one over to you, honey.
Thank you, my treasure.
Don't put it away quite yet, though, because
I'll put it over here separately.
Might want to compare and contrast. So this is an Ambrose in this color. And this is so pretty on these curly styles, too.
Serene says, hubby Tom says that's cute.
Yay! Well, thank you, hubby Tom.
Oh, you've got loads of support for this color so far.
Yeah, I kind of knew that it was something kind of outrageous. Truly, truly, truly outrageous.
To which Monica says, great, now I have that song stuck in my head.
The Misfits had better songs, and they knew it, too.
Could be worse. You could have the Inhumanoids theme stuck in your head. It's just like 7 words repeated over and over and over again with a scream.
So what do you guys think about this one on a curly wig?
Well, let's see. Tom likes the Ambrose better. Swoon Ambrose. Smiley face with heart eyes. That Ambrose will for sure be on my head.
It also looks killer on Poppy. That's the one I was talking about earlier where I don't have one handy, but the pictures from the prototype are delicious. They're very, very good.
You know, it's funny. You mentioned holographic stickers back in the 80s. They were friggin' everywhere. You get them free with stuff. And nowadays, it's like no one makes any holographic stickers because they say it's too expensive.
But they're amazing.
They're amazing, and they used to be everywhere in the 80s. What happened? If anyone knows out there what happened to make the makers of holographic stickers, why they don't make them anymore, please let us know.
But yeah, so this is our holographic blonde. And I'm making it in a ton of colors because I really, 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 really like this color a lot. So
it's a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm going to put that back. So what is next? Let's see here. Oh, I'll show you this one. Lilac Honey. That'll be the next one I show you. I'm going to grab it. Now, this is on a prototype of a wig we are not making just yet, but if you like it, let me know. The wig is called Odette. But this is mainly about the color, and because this is a long wig, I'm going to back up just a smidge. I'm in your space now. Hi there. So,
hello.
Hello. I'm going to cover up your face for just a second by showing people this wig.
That's fine.
But you can see this is a really pretty honey brown color. It's like a light honey brown. It has a little bit of pink mixed in, particularly as it progresses towards the front. You can kind of see some of that baby pink. And then we have purple. We have very, very dark kind of midnight blue. And we also have kind of like a royal blue mixed in there near the front. So it's got pinks and purples and indigo. Oh my. I just thought, be really pretty if people are really into these kind of like blonde colors to come up with something that's kind of like an interesting take on that. Here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that for a moment so I can show you this whole wig. And I'm going to take a wide tooth comb to it a little bit. This is a heat-friendly fiber. And again, this particular prototype is called Odette. We are not making her for the spring, but if you like her, let me know.
OMG, I love it, says Jamie. So.
Oh, yay!
Okay, I just need these to... Oh, that went quickly. Okay, I just need these to come out in like 4 months when I pay off my credit card, says Jamie.
Well, click it so people can see the comments when you're... There we go. Excellent. All right. Let me show people the back.
Okay.
Looks like it froze a little bit there.
It's going now. I want Odette, says Robin.
Yeah. Well, good to know. This is a heat-friendly style, so if you didn't like the fact that it has straight ends, that's always something that you could style. Mm. But I love the purple. I love the purple near the face. I just love purple a lot.
I can't remember because it was a while back, but someone was asking about peekaboo colors. There you go.
Yeah. I'm trying to think all kinds of weird stuff. I like things that kind of push people a little bit out of their comfort zone, but only like a little bit at a time. So they're not super uncomfortable, but they're still being kind of daring because there's a little bit of a thrill whenever you go a little bit out of your comfort zone, just not too much, you know?
Oh, Kristen said the 1990s happened.
Heck yeah! The dream of the 90s is alive at CysterWigs.
No, that's I think that's in response to what happened to all the holographic stickers. Kids and their pogs and all that sort of thing.
So like grunge kids didn't like holograms? I don't believe that. I was a kid still in the 90s. I would have still really loved holographic everything and scratch and snip everything and everything. You know, when you're a kid, that kind of stuff's fun and you trade them with your friends. But this color is awesome. And all of the dark colors are near the face. So if you're somebody like me, where you have kind of darkish bio hair, even though my hair is definitely more of like a charcoal color these days, lots of salt in my pepper. I still find that this color is really easy to pull off, even if it is kind of wild in the front. Just a really, really fun color. And if you're somebody who is a little bit darker complected, this is going to be a really, really beautiful color. Especially if you've got kind of like light mocha. I could see that very easily looking beautiful with the purple in here. Sometimes I wish I could tan, because if I had a tan, I know that this would actually look really awesome with that too, but I have never been able to tan at all. I just kind of freckle. And every once in a while I like get hopeful that the freckles will join forces and that will somehow make a tan, but it just never worked out that way. So now I just wear sunscreen all the time because I can't be bothered. So
Kathy says the dolphins took the holograms with them, with the fish.
Oh.
So we just finished watching the original BBC Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy last night.
Yeah.
I swear,
true.
on my life, we just got to the Golga Frincham arc and all that. So, yeah.
So let me tell you what wigs are coming in this for spring. We've got it coming for Danica, which is the longer wig I showed earlier, and on Ambrose. So let's see. I think that covers most of them except for the Shimmerwood. I need to show you what that one looks like. So here's the thing. I didn't make this one on Felix for the spring. So if you do end up liking the way this prototype of Felix looks in this color, let me know. We're only making it for Ambrose. My wig cap came off when I took off Odette there. But if it does well, because we were trying it out on our most popular style first, if it does well, I would be more than happy to make it for Felix or any of our wigs. You just kind of have to let me know if you like it. So Shimmerwood R is a light ash brown. It is a mixture of a 10, a 12, and a gray. So there is definitely gray blended into this. It is not a highlight. It is kind of literally mixed very thoroughly in there. So you can't really see the gray so much, but you can see the tone of it. particularly when I hold it up to the camera, if it unfreezes, which I think it just did. So you can kind of see that it has this kind of gray shimmer to it, hence why we called it shimmer wood, eh? So people kept asking me, people kept asking me for ashy, cooler colors. And I was like, all right, I can do that. And as I mentioned previous times when I've referred to this color, kind of the inspiration for this was something like the Milk Tea LR that just came out from Noriko, except that color is a lot more gray than this. I thought I should make a version of something similar that, you know, is like a mushroom brown, but is actually like more of a light brown than a gray. It's just a really nice cool tone, light brown, but still highly wearable. It's like the base shade has just enough 12 in it that it kind of neutralizes a lot of the grayish tones a little bit, so that way it doesn't come across as too cool to the point where it's hard to wear. What's anybody saying, honey?
Oh, beautiful. Ooh. Very, very pretty. I love that shimmer wood on Felix. Love this color too.
The root is a 4, by the way.
There you go.
But it's really, really short. On purpose. Because on Felix, I'm going to try to make the root short on almost every color, except the Nirvana Blonde, because it's meant to look kind of grungy, so I want the roots to be a little bit overgrown looking.
Silver Streak asks, are these ringlets, curls, or a wave, or all combined?
They're curls on Felix, and anybody who owns Felix, please chime in the chat here, because we've sold a lot of these. Felix is a great little style. She's just, you know, definitely not for the faint of heart. If you don't like, you know, something that looks like a micro bang, even though it technically isn't, and I've mentioned that previously, like it's technically just pre-cut in a way where you don't have to fuss with it, but it's curled softly a little bit, so it sits like a micro bang. You know, if you're feeling adventurous, this is a really, really, really cute cut for that sort of thing. But yeah, this one, I was so hopeful that people would love it, and they did. It's just when it comes to introducing colors that I'm personally kind of on the fence about a little bit. You know, I'm always scared about new grays. People keep asking for them, and I want to accommodate that, but it's just a matter of finding the right kind of gray, because I want to find the gray that kind of appeals to the widest number of people, because there's a lot of variation in there. Same thing with reds. There are so many different interpretations of red and gray that I want to make sure that whenever I'm doing anything that dabbles in those areas, that it's something that will appeal to the largest possible number of people, because money. I have no other reason except I want to make sure that it's something people will actually buy, which I think makes sure that, you know, I'm not just constantly making stuff that I prefer. It's stuff that you guys prefer, which is why I like having this dialogue with you this whole time. Because if you tell me in the chat, hey, I want this, and then I make it and you buy it, then I'm like, proof of concept. I need to keep doing this. So far, so good. We're just going to keep it up. But as I mentioned, this one is only coming out for Ambrose in the spring. So if you would like to see it in Felix or any of the other styles like our Ainsley or Grayson, any of the limited collection colors, let me know. We have not developed a version of this yet for the Wigs Forever line. But you know, if anything is popular enough, we will definitely give it a try. So just let me know. I also want to talk about a couple of color expansions in case you're curious about some other things that we're doing to round out our spring releases. We will be releasing Magenta Melt in a whole bunch of different colors for any of you who were bummed that you didn't catch it the first time when we released it on Ambrose. We are releasing it in Danica, Grayson, Ainsley, Vaughn, more in Ambrose, and Bardot. It's going to look awesome on all of those, but I'm particularly stoked to see what this looks like on Vaughn and Bardot, just because I really, really like both of those wigs. Yeah. Sometimes Bardot's permatease is kind of like, wow, you know, and I'm working on a mono version of that, but I still really love the style a lot, and I do still kind of like the permatease on that one. Personally, I just really like the height you can get on that particular wig. Same thing with Felix. I like the permatease on Felix because you can get more height that way, and it really sets off the style. So I guess it just depends on my mood. I don't even know why I brought that up. I'm going to blame your drink, which is delightful and delicious. Oh, and weren't you saying earlier that we've had this conversation about Mario Brothers stuff because he named this drink after a Mario Brothers character.
Yeah. Bombs. They're adorable.
Which is funny because I'm wearing a Ramona Flowers inspired wig, and Scott Pilgrim, like the comic book, and the movie, then the band is basically paying homage to Mario Brothers because their band's name is Sex Bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're adorable. Little like cartoon bombs with little eyes and little feet, and sometimes they have a fuse, sometimes they have arms, sometimes they have a little wind-up key, but they're absolutely adorable.
Mm-hmm. But he was saying that Bowser's a really good parent.
Oh yeah. Well,
Tell me more.
We're talking about how all the characters are cute, even the big bad boss enemy Bowser, and he's a really good parent. I mean, Nintendo has put out a lot of ads that show Bowser and Bowser Jr. Setting parental guidelines for how much they're allowed to play games each day and all that sort of thing. And also, he used to have 7 Koopalings, and they were originally advertised as his kids, but now Nintendo has gone back and retconned it and said, no, Bowser Jr. is the only kid. So you got to think, adopted. Bowser has adopted loads of kids and had one of his own. So that's commitment to fatherhood. Raise a glass to Bowser.
Why not? All right.
Why not indeed?
So I have a thing for like old-fashioned clip-on earrings. I get these from like flea markets and eBay and Poshmark. And these are like from the 50s in case you were wondering. But I just thought they kind of like went with everything and look really cute with Felix. So why not? I wanted to tell you some of the things that we're releasing, the colors, since people were asking about that. So
okay, listen up, folks. Here we go. Colors and styles.
I'm going to do my best to rattle this off. If you don't catch it the first time I say it, because this is a lot, please catch it on the replay. Okay, but I will try to speak clearly so everybody can catch what I'm saying here. So for the spring, and I can't give you definitive dates because it's just a matter of when they arrive, the order we inspect them, because it's a lot of stuff for our spring collection, and how fast I could actually get them listed, which is me taking images and writing ad copy and a whole bunch of stuff. So it's a process for sure. So I can't give you a definitive date because it depends on when I can finish my homework. You know what I mean? But I will try to do it faster as opposed to slower. Ainsley is coming out in Masala Chai R, Molten Copper R, Holographic Blonde R, Caramel Macchiato R, and I believe that's it for Ainsley, and Magenta Melt R. There we go. And then for Ambrose, we got a ton of stuff coming back in stock. So check this out. We've got the Holographic Blonde R. We've got Smoke Show R coming to the main channel, main website at this point. We originally tested it because I mentioned I'm a little bit scared of grays sometimes, but people loved it. It sold out really quickly. So we're going to offer it on the main site with the rest of the colors for Ambrose next time. So thank you for everybody who participated in that little experiment and proved to us how much you love that color, because we're bringing it back for you. Lilac Honey R, Peach Bellini R. Again, this is all still for Ambrose. We've got Indigo Swirl R, Unicorn Swirl R, Ravens and Roses R, Caramel Macchiato R, and the Shimmer Wood R. Now, I know that since I ordered these, we've also sold out in a lot of other colors that people are really interested in, like the Moonlit Orchid R. We will try to bring more of those back for the fall. So just know that, we're a real small time operation, so we can't refill things as quickly as the big boys do. So if you like something and you find something you like, try to get I know this is like probably coming across as shamelessly self-serving, but really try to get 2, when the refills come in. So that way you're good for a little while until we get a chance to restock them again. With Charisma, we've got Ravens and Roses, Moonlit Orchid R. It's going to look so good in that color. The Caramel Macchiato R, Polar Ice R, which I'm also super excited about on this one because of all the layers. We've got Smoked Plum R, which I know a lot of people are really excited to see more of that one. Chocolate Icing R, ditto, right? The South Beach Sands R and the Rose Blush R are all going to be coming in Charisma's launch. For Danica's launch, we're going to be offering her in Ravens and Roses R, Faded Denim R, Strawberry Shake R, and these are all in the heat-friendly colors from the limited collection, by the way. Moonlit Orchid R, Polar Ice R, Caramel Macchiato R, Chocolate Icing R, the Holographic Blonde R, Lilac Honey R, and the Magenta Melt, which is going to look fierce on that long wig with all that really ostentatious pink going on. Oh, it's going to be so good. And then we got Felix. We've got some colors there. We've got Molten Copper R, which is going to look really fun on Felix. I can't wait. I know Kathleen's going to be all over that.
Oh, yes.
And I cannot wait to see what she does with it.
As soon as you said Molten Copper R, I thought, right, Kathleen's ordering that.
That's right. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what she does with it. Let's see what else we've got. We've got Illuminati R. I know a lot of people were waiting for us to do more with Illuminati. So we're only doing a run of Illuminati for the spring in Felix. But keep commenting about what styles you would like to see us make that color in, because we've had a lot of people request that we bring back Vaughn in that color. You got it. I want to bring back Vaughn in a lot of colors, and I want to expand upon that. But that's more like a fall project. And here's what we've already got in the pipeline waiting for its arrival, probably like April, late April, early May-ish. So for Felix, we also have Masala Chai R and Paradise Pink R. For Grayson, we've got the Magenta Melt and the Holographic Blonde R. For Jacinda, we're still kind of thinking about that one, but theoretically we may be getting that one in Holographic Blonde R. I'll have to let you know because we had some QC issues with the first batch. And that one's kind of like a, but I'll let you know once we figure out what the heck we're doing with Jacinda, because she's still super, super, super cute. It's just a matter of what that style is going to look like in that color and what I want to do with it. I'm still kind of like on the fence of how I want to launch Jacinda, but I'll let you know. Poppy is going to come in a ton of colors because I know people are going to love her. So she's coming in Caramel Macchiato R, Ravens and Roses R, Moonlit Orchid R, Peach Bellini R, Polar Ice R, Chocolate Icing R, the South Beach Sands R, Molten Copper R, Indigo Swirl R, Unicorn Swirl R, Rose Blush R, Harlow Blonde R, and the Holographic Blonde R. So she's coming in a ton of colors. As I mentioned, Vaughn is also going to be made in the Holographic Blonde R. She looks great in that color, even though she's poker straight. She looks super cool. And that's it. That's what's coming for the spring. All of it. So we're also planning to release in the next couple of weeks while we're waiting for that collection to launch. So we've got some other things that we're still developing that are already in our warehouse, and I'm just in the process of listing them because it takes a long time, as I mentioned. We've got Felix in South Beach Sands and Chocolate Icing R. And we also have Honor in Chocolate Icing R. So once I have those assets ready to go, they'll launch. I'll make sure I shout it from the hilltops and our newsletter and all that stuff. And then you'll be able to get your hands on these puppies. So we've been busy. I'm so excited about all of this. I'm so happy that you guys are into this entire concept and that you have embraced it and that you are helping us do all of this. And I hope that you can see that the more you buy these, the more we make, and we just keep putting more of it towards production. So we're really expanding what we're doing here, and that is super, super, super exciting. Is there anything that you'd like to add, honey?
Yeah, the support I see for Heather is just, the cockles of my heart are burnt to cinders. They're so warm. I mean, I knew she's a special lady, but, you know, you folks keep telling her that, and I keep telling her that, and I think one day it may sink in, and we like her.
Well, I like you guys, so that works out well.
Hey, excellent. I'll drink to that.
Oh my God, we had just such a Hallmark moment right there.
No, we didn't. We did not have a Hallmark moment because you did not talk to a man from your hometown who dresses in plaid flannel and works with three-legged dogs.
What? Why do I get the impression from this comment that you have seen way more Hallmark movies than I have?
I haven't, but I know a lot of women online who do, and who keep posting memes about how every Hallmark movie has the same plot. Successful businesswoman has successful businessman's fiance. She goes home for Christmas and meets up with an old friend who now wears plaid flannel and works with three-legged dogs, and suddenly decides, oh, hey, I want the simple life in the hometown with the plaid flannel guy instead of successful businessman.
So what does plaid flannel guy do for a living? Does he just take care of a three-legged dog and that's why he makes money?
I don't know. I don't watch these things. Maybe that's his sideline. Maybe it's his hobby. I don't know. But, you know.
That's funny.
Nigel is 100% right. I like that, Krista. Thank you. I was right.
Well, that's our spring collection. Does anybody have any questions or anything about that?
Okay. Any questions about the spring? Problems. I almost fell over. That was the problem.
Are you sure okay, so what is the intake level for the vodka at this point, honey?
No, this is 4 shots. 4 shots total since we sat down.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, why?
No, not 4 shots in this glass. 2 of 2 shots each. But I'm clumsy, and this is a stool. So at some point, it was a statistical inevitability that I would fall off at some point.
I love that even though you are clearly a little bit inebriated at this point, that you can use such big words.
I'm a veritable ambulatory lexicon, renowned for my sesquipedalian magniloquence and lexifanaticism.
On that note, I think we're going to end this one. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. I hope that you had a wonderful time. These are all going to be launching in late April, early to mid-ish May. It depends on when they arrive, how fast we can inspect them, and how quickly I can take pictures of everything and get it up on the website. And for a lot of the refill items, we're actually going to cut the inventory in half and put half of it on Amazon. So if you are an international viewer and you're frustrated that we're not offering as much on our Amazon store as we offer on the main website, just know that we're using our main website kind of like as a testing ground for this stuff. And if it performs well, we get refills. And then those refill orders we're evenly splitting between Amazon and the main site. So that way everybody, even if you are US based, but you just prefer lumping things into your Prime subscription and you like the shipping and the returns and whatnot from the Prime membership, then that's a-okay by us. We're totally fine with that. That's why we sell on Amazon. So we're going to try to make sure that we have enough with the refill orders that we can at least offer some of them to our international clientele. So just know that when things first launch, if they sell out, they may not go on Amazon immediately because there's a lag of like about 2 to 3 weeks from the time we launch something to when something could potentially be launched on Amazon, because there's a lot of administrative back end involved. That is not really the case on our site. So we basically view our website as a testing ground for this stuff. And then if anything really overperforms, does really, really super well, we order refills, and that is what is going to be used to stock the Amazon storefront. So hopefully that makes sense.
And thankfully, none of it has to go through the Suez Canal.
Good.
Have you seen the news?
No.
Some guy was...
Hold on. I avoid the news like the plague on most days because it's almost always like a portal to hell. Like, it's like, what is the tragic thing that I should, be focusing on today?
Some guy wedged his cargo ship across the entire Suez Canal and brought 10% of the world's trade to a screeching halt.
You know what? That guy seems like he almost did these engineers a favor by showing them a critical fault to the way that their canal is built that maybe they should modernize. Let's view it as an opportunity.
Yes, a teachable moment, as smug people often say.
I mean, what can we do otherwise except just be like, okay, once they fix this problem, hopefully it'll be fixed forever. And if not, well, then shame on them, right? But thank you guys for hanging out with us. We hope that you had a wonderful evening, and we look forward to seeing you again next Saturday. And again, I will try to do like kind of like informal live streams. They'll probably be like fueled by tea and coffee more than the booze, though I'm not really much of a drinker most days.
This is just weekends.
This is not a good representation of how I usually conduct myself. In fact, I'm such a hideous lightweight because I don't drink that frequently that every Saturday by the end of these things I'm like, what? So yeah, I will probably be very caffeinated and very much into my makeup. And if you like playing around with makeup and, you know, just hanging out with me and maybe Nigel in the comments thread. Yeah, we'll do that next week on the main channel. So I will send out announcements about that. Have a great night, everybody.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much.